Hi everyone, it's Rebecca-Louise. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button below so you can become a supporter instead of just a watcher. So in this video, I want to share with you guys 18 things that I have learned in 2018. I don't know about any of you, but this year has been one of the best years of my life and one of the worst. It's been a complete emotional roller coaster, and I just thought that making this video, I can either help you guys or give you guys advice. However it might be that you take this video, I just want to share with you guys some things that I've learned. How do you guys like my makeup, by the way? I got the Jeffree Star James Charles palette for Christmas, and honestly, every single day I've been unleashing my inner artist. I'm obsessed with it. So the first thing that I've learned this year is to say thank you next. It's so on theme, it's so on trend, and honestly it's so true. When people show you so many red flags, it's so easy to like dismiss them. But what I've learned is to just realise that even though this person's come in your life and they're not a good person for you, you just need to take the lessons that they're trying to teach you and just simply say thank you next. So cringe, I know, but it's true. Honestly, Ariana, you made a banger. The second thing that I've learned this year is that just because someone has been your friend the longest doesn't mean that they're always the most genuine and have the best intentions for you. It's okay to lose people that aren't on the same path as you. In life, you outgrow people, and I'm sure there's a quote where it's like, your 5 closest people that you're near, you become. And if you don't want to eventually, if you can't see yourself growing with that person and becoming a better you, then it's okay to lose them as a friend. At the end of the day, your inner circle is your dream team. The third thing I've learned this year is that you can't change anyone. Sometimes we make up perceptions of people in our heads, and I've learned that you can't always expect people to be who you think they are, and you can't try and change that person into being the person you once wished they were. It's never going to happen. It's never going to work. Like, if people show you the real them, believe them the first time, and just, yeah. The fourth thing that I've learned this year is not to care what anyone thinks about you. I know it's so cliche and everyone says it, but honestly, it's one of the biggest life lessons that I'm learning and I've learned. This year, honestly, I did a lot of things that I never thought I would be able to do because so many people have an opinion on them. And what I've learned along the way is, if people have an opinion on you, it's their problem. Like, you don't have to change yourself or what you want to do because other people have an opinion on you. Like, who cares what anyone thinks? Just do you. And that's what I've learned this year, and it's made me a happier person. I would never be sat in my room talking to a camera ready to upload this onto YouTube if I cared what anyone thinks. And I'm sure in 20 years time, that me learning this lesson this year, it's gonna change my life completely. The fifth thing that I've learned, that sounded so high pitched then. The fifth thing that I've learned this year is to be careful who I let in. Some people just want to use you, and it's simple as that. Some people aren't genuine, they just want to use you for whatever you can bring to the table and then walk away after. Some friends will come in your life, figure out your weaknesses and learn how to use them against you because they're jealous and manipulative. And some people come in your life and not like you for you, but like you for how you could benefit them, like what social interactions you can give them, what confidence you can give them. Like, I know this is going to sound petty, but some people are only, I've learnt this year, some people only want to be my friend and like come to my house to get ready with me so they can borrow my clothes, so they can, for me to do their makeup. Like, I know it sounds petty, and I know it sounds like a small lesson or whatever, but honestly, one of the biggest lessons I've learned is to be careful who I let in my life. Number 6 is that you never overcome sadness, you just learn how to deal with it. This year I dealt with a lot of emotions that I thought that I had come past and that I had got rid of over time, and then because I had been pushing them away, I never dealt with the emotions and the sadness, and I just pushed them away so much that they weren't there anymore, and I was like, okay, I'm happy now. And then one day they all came back to me and I didn't know how to deal with it, and I was so overwhelmed, and I thought that I had got bad again, or I got like sad again or whatever. And I've kind of learned now it's not about not being sad anymore. It's not about forgetting all this hurt and pain you've been through in the past. It's about acknowledging that, and sometimes sitting in bed for a day and crying your eyes out is okay. You're human and it's okay to feel emotion, and you just have to remember that and then somehow think of a solution to get yourself and your mind feeling better again. Number 7 is that it does wonders to take some time off social media. Even though it's not on social media, you didn't post it, it still did happen, and a life memory is going to be more valuable in 70 years time than a social media post or a Snapchat of you at an event. Like, live in the moment. That's what I've definitely learned. And 20% of teenagers suffer with depression before they get into adulthood, and a major contribution of that is social media. Ways we can combat that is if we just reduce our screen time. And I know it is hard because it's a massive thing about growing up. You want everyone to know like what you're doing. It's only people's best parts of their life they post, and people majorly face-tune their photos. Social media is a big fat lie, and I'm trying my best now not to feed into that. Number 8 is that I'm learning to think logically about situations instead of making permanent decisions on temporary emotions. This is a massive thing for me because I'm such an impulsive person, and sometimes I do let my emotions get the better of me, and I act from a place of emotion instead of a place of logic and thought, and it doesn't always do the best for me. So that is a major thing that I'm learning and have learned from this year and going into 2019. Hopefully I'll be more of a logical thinker and less emotional, I hope. Number 9 is that it's okay to change, and if people have a problem with it, then they're probably not worth being in your life in the first place. I have changed massively in the last year, in the last 4 years. Like, I'm not the same person I was last week. I'm not the same person I was even half an hour ago. I'm constantly changing and adapting and growing and trying to be the better version of me, and some people I've learned over time, especially this year, hate that and they look at change negatively. And I've learned that me changing doesn't mean I'm a fake person or just trying to find the best person I can be. And in reality, it sounds cliche, but I'm just trying to find myself, and to be able to find yourself you need to change, and it's okay to change. Number 10 is that being vegetarian actually isn't that hard, and I should probably be a little less dramatic when it comes to eating mushrooms. If you had asked me 2 years ago if I would be sat here now as a vegetarian, my answer would have been, how could I give up bacon in the morning? Honestly, I didn't know how anyone could do it. Couldn't even imagine myself eating vegetables. I hated vegetables, honestly. Even asked my parents. It's actually not that hard. Number 11 is that it's okay to be nice, but just don't let people take advantage of you. Sometimes when you're a kind person, people just take the piss. Although you shouldn't lose your kind personality because of the way they're treating you, sometimes it is good to stick up for yourself and not let people take advantage of you, and set grounds as well. Always let people know what you expect and what your worth is. Number 12 is not to get trapped in anyone else's perception of success. Everyone's definition of success is completely different, and it's okay to go against the norm and break molds. And when I made the decision to leave college, like 2 months in, a lot of people from my hometown decided to take to social media to tell me how I was never going to go anywhere in life, and that really hurt me. I'm not gonna lie, it really damaged me in a way where it knocked my confidence massively. Success is my success and how I am successful, whether my success is doing a breaststroke in a swimming pool or climbing to the top of Mount Everest, or even becoming a lawyer. Whatever is successful to someone, that's their success, and it's not your place to have an opinion on it. And yeah, that's what I've learned this year, is not to get trapped in how other people want to be successful, because my success is not your success and your success is not my success, and everyone just wants to be successful. Number 13 is that educating yourself on different cultures and like learning more about different countries and what food they eat, why they wear certain hairstyles, etc. And even learning more about different languages and even trying to learn different languages is such an essential like life hack in a way. This year I've learned so much by just opening myself up to learning different cultures and opening myself up to trying to learn other languages, and it's definitely made me not a better person but more a knowledgeable person. And hopefully 2019 will be the year of learning things, and even though 2018 has been the year of learning things, but 2019 will be the year of learning knowledgeable things, if you know what I mean. God, I feel like Kylie Jenner. 13 is that I've learned to express my feelings more, and it's not a good look to always be so hard-faced and play this character in this role of not giving a duck. Like, eventually it's gonna wear you down, and expressing your feelings, whether they're feelings of hurt, anger, jealousy, however you express those feelings, just make sure that you get them off your chest and do it in the nicest, kindest way possible, and it just really helps you, honestly. 14 is that the hardest parts of yourself to love are the parts of yourself that need love the most. I'm just gonna leave that one there, and yeah. Hi everyone, I know I look like a ugly weirdo freak, however this is the moment that I had realised my camera cut out and it wasn't recording the 15th and 16th thing that I have learnt this year. So I'm just going to tell you whilst looking like a little alien creature. So the 15th thing I learnt this year is that it's actually okay to be interested in things that other people might find weird or boring. And when people shut you down when you talk about something that you're passionate about, don't feel disheartened by that. Like, it's more wrong on them for not being open-minded enough to educate themselves on what other people are passionate about and find interesting. Number 16 is that you cannot talk butterfly language with caterpillar people. Swag. Number 17 is that manifestation is everything. This year has honestly been the best year of my life for my career and my successes, and personally I feel like that's all down to me thinking it and believing it enough for it to happen. Manifestation is everything. If you believe something enough and it's in your head, it's going to come true, no matter whether that's good, bad, or whatever. Whatever you dream and believe, it becomes your reality. And if you're thinking negative thoughts in your head, your reality becomes negative. If you're thinking positive and speaking positive, your life becomes positive. This has honestly been the best year of my career for me, and like my successes, and and that is all down to manifestation. So going into 2019, I'm definitely going to take that lesson and just be even more in tune with my mind and my spirit guides. And the final thing that I've learned this year is the only person I ever lost and needed back was myself. And yeah, I don't need to explain that in any more detail than I have. That just says it all. So that concludes my 18 things that I've learned in 2018. I hope you guys can take some inspiration, motivation, or just some advice from this video and implement it in your own lives. And I'll see you guys in my next video.
Oh baby, I love your madness. It's so incredibly beautiful.